A Kingdom Hearts visual adaptation is something that fans have wanted for a really long time now, considering that this is a franchise that is Disney owned, that Disney are known for their visual media, whether it be movies or TV shows. This seems like the kind of thing that's only inevitable to happen, but 23 years on into the franchise's history and we're still yet to receive something like it. Since 2020, there have been numerous rumors from both TV and Disney insiders, suggesting that a Kingdom Hearts Disney Plus TV series is in production. These rumors have popped up almost every year since, and from different sources, with the most recent one being in March of this year from My Time to Shine, claiming that Jon Favreau will actually be responsible for directing this Kingdom Hearts visual adaptation. Even at the end of last year, I had heard from an anonymous source that this Disney Plus series for Kingdom Hearts is a very real thing, though it took some time to get its feet off the ground. It'll revolve around the events of Kingdom Hearts Key. Now, nothing right now is concrete officially, but you have to wonder, with so many different sources coming forward that have no typical involvement within the Kingdom Hearts community, claiming that there is an adaptation coming for Kingdom Hearts, it makes you wonder. Video game adaptations in recent times have been performing incredibly well. For a long time there was that sort of curse that for any video game TV series or movie, it was destined to fail. Because yeah, most of them for a while there did. I think we're now in a position where a lot of these project leads for these adaptations understands the source material to finally start making coherent and enjoyable video game adaptations. I truly do believe that Kingdom Hearts 3, the lead up to it and the release of the game, was a true realization moment for Disney, finally realizing the popularity behind this franchise. It's a great sign to see that Disney are more actively acknowledging Kingdom Hearts within their other properties. I especially feel like the reference to Kingdom Hearts in Chippendale Rescue Rangers was a big moment for the series. It's pretty much Disney acknowledging that Kingdom Hearts is Disney canon. Personally, I do believe the rumors that we've been receiving almost non-stop for the past 4 years now. If done right, and especially if it does focus on an aspect of Kingdom Hearts that so desperately needs to be retold in a different format compared to its original, looking at you, Union Cross, shackled by the chains of the mobile phone, then yeah, I could see this series being incredibly successful. Though I do think it's absolutely crucial that both Square Enix and Tetsuya Nomura have some level of input to ensure that it stays true to the Kingdom Hearts brand, especially if it is going to be an adaptation that is a retelling of an already existing story and will be canon to the video games. Interestingly though, work on a Kingdom Hearts TV series was first attempted back in 2002, shortly after the release of the first game, and production on a pilot episode to present to Disney executives was underway in 2003. This was something that surfaced back in 2013, brought to light by the project director Seth Kersley, a Disney animation director from the early 2000s. Over the years, he's publicly shared storyboards from that pilot episode, showing us the beginning segment of Kingdom Hearts 1 and Sora and the gang in Agrabah. This was all depicted in that classic American-style cartoon format that Disney Channel was known for. So no, while Kingdom Hearts would absolutely be more fitting for an anime visual style, this is more of an American attempt at a Kingdom Hearts TV series cartoon. Though I do think that's kind of fitting, as this was the style of cartoon we were receiving on Disney Channel back in the early 2000s. Shortly after the pilot episode was shown to Disney executives, they decided to shelve the project. Now keep in mind that this is during a time where Kingdom Hearts is fresh on the scene. At that stage, the series didn't have an established fandom. It's been mentioned that Disney viewed the premise of the story here to be too dark, although that is kind of ironic, as around the same time we had movies like Atlantis: The Lost Empire and Treasure Planet that were certainly darker Disney films. Seth Kersley also mentioned to Inverse in 2022 that there was the added difficulty of getting the executives to understand what the show is about, hence the over-explanation of things. So it would appear that the Disney higher-ups had a complete lack of understanding at the time as to what Kingdom Hearts was, which you kind of can't blame them. This is the early 2000s, video games weren't as prominent or as popular as they are now. It was nothing more than a new Disney video game, and for that I can't blame them, just considering how new Kingdom Hearts was while this was in production. I do think that this would have been really well received though. This was the type of content that kids in the early 2000s were eating up, hence why Kingdom Hearts went on to see so much success, and why still to this day people who grew up with Kingdom Hearts that are now either in their 20s or 30s are still losing their minds and screaming over this Disney franchise. The reason why Seth Kersley has been so vocal about the Kingdom Hearts animation since 2013 is because he was incredibly passionate about it. He played through the first game thinking to himself he wished that this story could be adapted into American animation. He explains working on this project as a favorite memory, only for Kingdom Hearts to be the summer romance that disappeared with fall. Now naturally, when this was first revealed, it created a lot of noise on social media from Kingdom Hearts fans to find out that at one point a Kingdom Hearts TV show truly did exist, but for it only to be cancelled by Disney, a lot of us were left distraught. And because Seth Kersley took notice of how much attention this was generating and how passionate Kingdom Hearts fans were, in 2022 he decided to upload the 11-minute pilot animation that was shown to Disney over on YouTube. And it's a pretty incredible watch. Actual proof that a Kingdom Hearts TV show once existed. So the reason why I'm talking about this now is because in 2022, when this was released by Seth, I never talked about it. Seth Kersley was contacted by Disney to remove the video, and Disney pretty much tried to do their best around the time to remove any trace of the pilot episode from the internet. Originally, I wanted to do a full reaction video of this because, I mean, it's pretty special, but because I knew that Disney were actively removing any trace of this existing, even though by the point of 2022 this has been common knowledge for about 9 years, I wasn't too sure how I would approach talking about this episode without agitating Disney. And that's why I'm here 3 years later talking about this. And while I haven't included full clips or the entire episode within this video, I feel like we're in a good enough position now to be able to at least show segments of it. The pilot episode still exists as a re-upload over on YouTube and has done for the past 2 years. What you'll notice about this is it flows quite a bit differently compared to the video game. We start off with the narration from Jiminy Cricket, which by the way I think that's just completely fantastic for a Kingdom Hearts TV series. We see Sora, Kairi, and Riku briefly hanging out on Destiny Islands, only to face the Heartless invasion, and Sora then wakes up in the Gummy ship. Sora, Donald, and Goofy then head to Agrabah to finally encounter Riku, which we know in the game this happens in Traverse Town. They head to the Cave of Wonders to retrieve the lamp. Now in the game, in order to enter the cave, we actually have to fight the Cave Guardian, but here in the TV show, the plan was to pit Sora into a test of worthiness, being asked to present a diamond in the rough. And Sora steps forward to act as that diamond in the rough. Even though this is not what the Cave Guardian was expecting, he accepted it anyway, insinuating Sora's eventual potential. They eventually reach the lamp chamber with a sequence of Sora and Riku racing to get to the top first in order to retrieve the lamp. Of course, Riku reaches the lamp first, which causes a portal of darkness to appear with a whole horde of Heartless. And holy shit, dude, the still of Riku? Yeah, it's terrifying. Darkness is one hell of a drug, man. The pilot ends with Sora, Donald, and Goofy standing in the Gummy ship, looking out the window towards the great expanse of the oceans between, with worlds off in the distance. Now, of course, this is a pilot episode, simply just a proof of concept, displaying what the team had in mind for the idea of the Kingdom Hearts show. This is why the animation is a little bit rough and everything is simply just in storyboard stills. But the Agrabah sequence was totally different, and this was actually intentional. Seth Kersley didn't want to follow the exact story progression of the video game, but rather wanted to approach the TV series as not an exact copy, still following along the basic lines, similar visits, similar events, but maybe with things happening in a totally different order. We also learned in 2016 that the Jungle Book was also intended to be a world in the TV show, a world that's attempted to be in Kingdom Hearts many times in the past. So the TV show was never intended to be an exact retelling of the video game's story. Also, I just have to mention that some of the stills from this pilot episode are pure comedy, like this goofy face right here, or how a Shadow Heartless plucked a feather from Donald's booty, or this still of Riku, which I'm surprised hasn't blown up as a really popular Kingdom Hearts meme. Also, I can't forget to include one of the funniest lines I've heard from any form of Kingdom Hearts media.
And I'm Goofy, Well, you sure are.
The show absolutely had that early 2000s comedic flair that you would expect from cartoons of that era. The type of moments that you could only really ever get from cartoons and not so much video games. What I also enjoy about visual media adaptations is how it can expand upon already existing things from the original source material being a video game. Like the Gummy Ship, for example. We've seen very little of inside the Gummy Ship. All we know is that in the cockpit there are 3 seats. However, in the pilot episode here, we see that there's actually a sleeping bay somewhere inside of the ship. A pretty basic example, but I enjoy how visual media like this can provide more world building for things that we're already so familiar with, and specific moments that wouldn't so much be fitting for a video game like with what we see sometimes in the Kingdom Hearts manga. I'm sure that the Kingdom Hearts TV show would have had the same approach, especially with how it seems like the show was approaching its comedic moments. The most painful thing about this is once I finished watching that pilot episode, I was left just wanting more, and ultimately disappointed knowing that this will never continue, while I'm sure and absolutely confident that we will see a Kingdom Hearts TV or movie adaptation at some point in the future. I really want to know how this version of the Kingdom Hearts 1 story would have panned out. A couple of other fun facts about this too is the entire voice cast reprised their roles aside from Haley Joel Osment. Sora was actually voiced by Bobby Edna, and all of the world and background art was to use the original concept arts that Square Enix drew for Kingdom Hearts or taken directly from concepts of those Disney films. We literally see that official Square Enix Holobastion art that was used for Kingdom Hearts 1 as the introduction in the TV show. This is perhaps one of the most fascinating pieces of lost Kingdom Hearts media that exists. The question I'm going to leave you with is, do you guys want to see some form of a Kingdom Hearts TV show or movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. However guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to wickety whack that like button, it helps me out more than you know, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A big thank you as always to my wonderful patrons. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll talk again real soon.